Building wealth is a matter of three variables: spending less than you earn, saving the difference, and investing for the long term. This chart shows the financial timelines of two different people over 20 years. Person A earns a six-figure salary, but they spend exactly that much, plus a little extra on credit, leaving them with a negative net worth. Person B earns a fraction of that, but saves and invests a quarter of their income. If personal finance were just a math problem, Person A's high income should easily win out. But over 2 decades, the compounding growth from Person B's modest savings overtakes the higher earner. We usually look at financial trouble and assume it comes down to a lack of intelligence or discipline. This disparity suggests a hidden variable is at play, a psychological layer that influences how we interact with every dollar we earn. No one is born inherently bad with money. Long before you ever earn a paycheck, you absorb an emotional story about money just by watching the adults around you. Psychologists call these subconscious lenses money scripts. These are the unwritten rules we carry into adulthood that dictate how we handle our finances. For example, a money avoidance script might make you feel guilty for having wealth, causing you to avoid checking bank statements altogether. On the other end, money worship convinces you that more money will fix every problem, leading to endless dissatisfaction. Then there's money status, where you tie your self-worth directly to your net worth, driving overspending to look successful. Or money vigilance, which creates a fear-based need for frugality, even when you're financially secure. Because we inherit beliefs rather than actual money, figuring out which of these scripts is quietly running in the background is the mandatory first step to gaining control of your financial life. Beyond the beliefs we learn in childhood, our biological hardware is actively working against us when it comes to long-term planning. Think of your brain as having two systems. System 1 is fast, highly emotional, and built purely for immediate survival. It's the instinct that makes you instantly pull your hand away from a hot stove. System 2 is the slow, logical part of the brain. You need this system to compare prices, stick to a budget, or map out a 10-year investment plan. The modern world is designed to target System 1. Flash sales, one-click checkouts, and targeted ads are engineered to bypass your logic and trigger an immediate emotional reaction. We self-sabotage in a modern economy because our ancient survival instincts are constantly prioritizing instant gratification over future security. This biological disconnect creates what behavioral economists call present bias. MRI scans show that when you think about your future self, your brain lights up as if you're thinking about a literal stranger. Because of this, the act of putting money into a retirement account feels identical to handing your cash over to someone else. This chart illustrates the hedonic treadmill, or lifestyle inflation. When you earn a larger salary, your spending immediately scales up to match it. You adapt to the new standard of living quickly, leaving your actual savings rate flat. And when things go wrong, we face loss aversion. The psychological pain of losing money feels roughly twice as severe as the joy of gaining that exact same amount, which drives chaotic, emotion-fueled panic selling during a market dip. These cognitive biases trap us in an unwinnable psychological loop, forcing us to constantly chase a higher income without ever feeling truly secure. You cannot out-budget an unexamined belief, and you certainly can't beat human evolution using sheer willpower. You need a different approach. The solution is to stop relying on financial knowledge and start building automated systems. By automatically routing money into investments the moment you get paid, you remove the human element entirely. You can also create intentional friction. Implementing a strict 24-hour waiting period for any non-essential purchase successfully short-circuits those fast, impulsive System 1 urges. It comes down to recognizing the difference between being rich and being wealthy. A rich person spends heavily on visible luxury to show off their income. True wealth is invisible. It's the accumulated, unseen assets built quietly over decades through patience, much like Warren Buffett, who made the vast majority of his fortune after his 50th birthday. Developing an awareness of these psychological traits allows for a different kind of success, the ability to define enough and stop chasing the moving goalpost.